What's happened is it's so hot out here,
Very.
very hot, and I think my camera took a timeout because it was so hot. But where timeout is where I ask you what's next,
Okay,
and
what's next? And
yeah,
we were talking about evaluating
yeah,
the National Livestock Genetic
yeah,
Improvement Program. So I was saying, based on the numbers going now,
yeah,
we haven't got the conception rate for the goats as yet. But in terms of the cattle, we're at 37% at first insemination.
hmm,
And that point is very important because normally they do one, two, three
yeah,
inseminations and then
hmm.
that's it for animals. So at 37% for first insemination, not bad.
That's good. That's
Not
good
bad,
for the
not
body.
bad,
Yeah,
not bad, not bad.
hmm,
We're getting there with it. So that is where we're at now. In terms of the pasture improvement program, the fodder bank program, we're going harder with it this year again. We're importing more seeds, Mombasa, Malata too. And we're expanding the range of farmers that we assist.
okay,
Once you have 1 acre, we'll come. Sometimes we get a little bit of cussing because we don't reach on time, but they have to understand that it's a small team at their board and we can't reach everybody at the same time. But eventually, we'll reach everybody in terms of the pasture and the fodder bank program.
okay,
Yeah.
all right. And where's the association?
Where's the association?
Yeah, at this point, no, you play a big part in the
No,
association.
no, no, no. I'm not. I'm speaking on dairy now.
Okay, we're not
When you, when,
talking.
you, when, you, when you want to talk about the association, you can wait for the president or the vice president.
Can I get him?
I am not. You ask them?
Yeah, yeah, I'm willing to have him.
Okay, when you get them, you talk to
I
them
want to
about
get
that.
an update on where we're at.
Okay, well, when you reach there, you
I
get to
don't.
them.
I didn't mean to offend you. I just
No,
told that
man,
you always.
no, you're not, you didn't offend me.
But
Me know you don't forget that one in
yeah,
the
yeah, we
hurry.
don't forget it.
Me
We
know you
don't
don't have to
forget it.
try
We
that
don't
one
forget
there,
it.
but me in a ministry
Yeah,
uniform
minister
today.
uniform today.
Right, anytime
All
you
right.
see me coming at the yellow shirt,
Yeah.
then we can battle it. Alright?
We're done with the battle, but we're constructive, positive thing we are dealing.
No, man, we know
Yeah,
that, man. We
yeah.
know that. We know that.
Okay, so you say you're the current CEO.
Yeah, the current acting
Long
CEO.
term, what's the plan for you?
In terms of that,
Mm.
well, we're here to do the work until anything we don't have any power about, we don't worry.
Well, I'm
But
putting.
once
Yeah,
you're in the position, you just do the work.
yeah. I'm gonna say my position right now.
Right. Let me
It's
hear.
always nice to have a friend in high places,
Okay.
and that's all I gotta say.
All right, boss.
You know what I mean? And I said it on iGoat chat couple months ago or
Yeah.
whatever. I'm like, you're doing a good job.
Yeah, man. Thanks for
We
that.
may knock it on them thing there, but Virgin, you guys are doing a good
No,
job.
man. Listen to me. We don't have to agree on everything,
But
but we have to, all of us here agree
yeah,
that the sector must grow.
grow. Yeah.
Right? We might
Mhm.
disagree on the methods to get it grow
Yeah.
and the
But
pace,
yeah,
but we all agree that the
it
small
must grow.
ruminant, dairy sector, the
Mhm.
livestock sector, on a whole
Yeah.
must grow.
Grow.
If it don't
Must move
grow,
the needle forward.
Jamaica doom.
Yes.
Because right about now, nobody's not exporting any food. There's a shortage of goat and sheep
Mhm.
meat in Australia, which is one of the largest producers.
Mhm.
Same thing in Australia, shortage of beef.
Yeah.
So we have to
Have
step
to
up the
grow.
thing.
Yeah.
Sector have to step up.
I appreciate the effort and the work you're
Yeah,
putting in,
man.
Virgin. And we will definitely talk again,
Respect, bro.
and we will definitely keep a tab on how the development program progress.
Yeah,
And
man.
thanks again.
Yeah, man.
And we're
Respect,
gonna
man.
bring in the president of the association. Since we drop it,
Yeah.
them someone's him for come give you an update.
All right, no problem.
All right. I guess you have a switch mic.
All right.
Mr. Bernard,
Yeah, man. Mr. Bernard here in the house.
it's been a minute.
Yes,
It's
quite a
been a
minute.
minute, right?
Yes, sir.
Denbigh, and we're all here.
Yes.
And I took a walk over there today, next door. The Small Ruminants Association tent is right next door to HiPro Ruminants Lounge. And I'm happy, impressed, everything. Just like the last time, everything's is good. I know you guys supposed to have some tech talk today, right?
No,
And
the tech
oh,
talk
you gotta
is
talk into the mic.
the tech talk is
Try train him to talk into the mic.
The tech talk is
tomorrow?
Sunday and Monday.
Oh, it's Sunday and
Sunday
Monday.
and Monday.
Okay.
So it was all of this that you see here with this HiPro tent.
Yeah.
It was a collab with HiPro. We
Hmm.
asked them to do this, and we asked them to have their tent right next door to our tent because we're working together. We're using this platform to train farmers. We're going to have our usual training sessions and have people coming in and talk along with HiPro. Some of it will happen here. It is happening right here with you, with all of what you're seeing. You
Hmm.
know, between Khalil and I, we had plans for all of what you're seeing happening here. And we also, we really did push the entire program to put to make this happen because we wanted to have competition with the farmers. As you see, the sheep thing is huge. It's one of the largest quantities of sheep I have seen since I've been to Denbigh, and I think the goat thing tomorrow is going to be a big, big deal.
Well, I haven't an ability to opportunity to go check out the sheep display yet
Yeah,
because we've been busy having trying to set up all this.
right.
But I'm excited to see what the goat thing does tomorrow
Yes, it's going to be big.
because
Yes,
I think after 3 years of consistent AI program, I think we're gonna be seeing some AI animals on display tomorrow.
yeah.
I want to see what they have, what the farmers have to offer, and what the development looks like. You
There's
know,
great
so
excitement. Great
yeah.
excitement.
Um, so what else is up for the association?
We keep working. We keep trying to make changes as we go along.
Hmm.
Even this show and the competition that you're seeing here now, we had to fight to make this happen. Because there was so much, you know, uncertainties.
Hmm.
But we know that, and we hear the farmers and we listen to them. They wanted this show so badly, so we make it happen. And we listen to the farmers and we try to make things happen as we go along for the farmers as they request. It's not everything we can do, but we are at the table talking and we're trying to make things happen.
Okay. So I know you guys put out a press release a few weeks or months ago that says the there's a new animal importation protocol
Um,
or an updated animal importation protocol, right? And the
it
association was working closely with the veterinarian department to try to streamline the importation. How is
all
that
right.
going?
So we had a meeting. So we are at the table having these discussions. And
Hmm.
what happens is that the protocols that the veterinarian division have out from day one.
Hmm.
Um, I don't really understand it. A lot of people don't understand a lot of it. It's kind of too complicated for us. So we need it simplified.
Okay, speak up in the mic.
We need it
Yeah,
to be simplified,
yeah.
right?
Hmm.
Um, so what is going to happen here now? I had a meeting with Mr. Palmer and the permanent secretary and so forth. And we want to help farmers to import animals into the island, but everybody's afraid to do it because it costs so much money to do it, and there are so much rules governing what must happen. Um, so, along with the ministry, Mr. Palmer and so forth, they have decided to meet with the farmers, and we're going to have all the people who are involved, meaning the ministry, the veterinarian division, all of that, to discuss the whole matter because we want to have the private sector bringing in animals without any fear and make the rules simple, make the guidelines be simple. Because the truth is, neither me nor you can speak about it. Like when I say speak about it, we don't know the rules of the veterinarian divisions, and you do have to understand that the rules today can change tomorrow. You could have a new disease coming in, a new protocol, something new can happen, and it's only them alone can speak to it.
So I'm I've been asking or
Hmm.
talking about it for weeks, months,
Hmm.
that we'd like to get to a point where what it takes, the criteria, what it takes to bring animals in, is a standardized um, system, standardized protocol that everybody understands what you need to do to get an animal in, instead of the guess game, the back and forth today it work, tomorrow it work, tomorrow no work, that type of thing. It should be a standardized document that
Mhm.
says if you cross all the X's on this document, then you can bring animals in.
And the buck stop with the veterinarian division because I'm telling you this, things can change. Things can change very quickly.
But is it changing based on a hunch or is it changing based on science?
Things change according to whatever the veterinarian decision they make. As they go along and as they see it, it is their call. It can change. As I said to before, maybe a new disease coming, maybe some new kind of protocol coming, something new. Maybe a farm. I'm just picking straws out of a hat because I'm not an expert on the veterinarian division and I'm not a vet and I'm not none of these things. I'm not a disease expert on all of these things. You could be taking animals from a farm, maybe, and maybe something happened on that farm and they decide to cancel taking from that farm. It's a very risky thing. I think
Okay.
it's a very risky thing. I can hear tell you that maybe 15 years ago, long, long, long time ago, and I bought 15 Nubians from Ann Winkler Farm, and we followed all the protocols and quarantine, everything. We did everything, and this was a farm that animals came to Jamaica from. A lot of these Nubians that you see around the place, like Dickey and all these farms, these Nubians you see around the place came from those farms. Ann Winkler. She was a judge here at Denbigh 1 and 2 time. I wasn't around at that time,
Mhm.
right? But I can tell you, I've heard. I bought animals from this farm, 17 Nubians, did everything, went through all the things, follow all the protocols, did everything. And when the animals reached to the airport, it's supposed to spend a day or two, book flight, everything. The animals did not come to Jamaica. The paper was not signed off and it was rejected and the animals never came. Lost all of that money.
And was there a reason why it was rejected? Did they find a disease? Did they?
No, there was no disease, but there was this protocol called scrapie.
Yeah, scrapie is.
Yes.
Mhm.
So because I was not um let's say I didn't know enough at the time, 10, 15 years ago. I prefer to leave it alone. But it was a scrapie issue, not because the animals have scrapie. So in the scrapie thing, I'm not an expert, I'm only speaking from what I understand. You have scrapie certified,
Yeah,
you have
scrapie
scrapie
free.
free, and scrapie monitored,
Hmm.
scrapie export, scrapie import, all kind of scrapie protocols. These animals that I imported were under the protocol of scrapie free, but they were not
Scrapie
scrapie
monitored.
monitored or exported.
Yeah. Hmm.
So that protocol got somehow in the middle of all of that. Because they were not export, they were just scrapie free, bam, it was cancelled. They spent 2 weeks in Miami in a quarantine facility and it never happened. I lost all of that money. Just the pain, about 17,000 US dollars. And I promised myself I would never do this again. But here am I
You're
now.
doing it again.
I would do
Well,
it
you have
again.
to move forward, right?
You have to move forward
And
and
hopefully you
and the
get
pain
better
go away
results.
after a time.
Hopefully you get better results.
And hopefully I'll get better results.
All right.
So
So.
if I'm moving forward now and I am going to bring in animals, I'm going to do it a different way. I'm going to try and find a safer way to do things. And that's all I have to say.
Okay. And what is the safer way?
There's a lot of more safer ways, but as you go along, you can think about it and there are safer ways of doing things. You want me to tell you one of them?
Hmm.
One of them is the initiative that the Small Ruminants Association is doing right now. What we are doing, we are bringing all the farmers. You know that, what is the word now? Unity is strength,
Hmm.
right? Numbers make a difference. Um, we had 119. We did a poll.
Hmm.
How many farmers want to import animals
Animals, yeah.
into this country? I think it was 119.
That's the press release they're talking about. That you said,
Right.
yeah.
Khalil and I worked on that together.
Mhm.
Right? Khalil and I are working along with the ministry. Khalil is a part of it because I invited Khalil to help me with the process.
Hmm.
So Khalil is helping me with the process. Um, so We are talking to the minister. You know why we're doing this? Because if you have the government helping you to do this, great things can happen. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do. I wouldn't, I don't know if I would dive into this thing on my own. Just go there and say, well, I'm going to buy some goats and bring come here. I don't think I'm that brave. But if I have the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries backing this program,
But I thought they committed to that already.
they are going to, yes, they have. They are going to have a meeting with us and set up the guidelines and put this thing together.
Yeah, because
This is what they promised me.
yeah, when Floyd was a minister, he came on the show and he committed to 100 and something live animals
You are
coming into the
talking
country.
about the animals that the government is bringing into the country.
Yeah,
And I am talking about the animals that I want the private sector to bring into the country.
with the government
To,
support
to,
initiative.
yes,
Okay.
with the government. It's two different things.
Yeah.
Because remember, the 200 animals that are coming to this country through the government, where are they going? So far as I'm hearing, Bodles and the government institution, maybe Case,
Mhm.
and they are going to the government institutions, and their plan is maybe to sell offsprings or stuff like that. When is that going to happen? Private sector is not interested in that. Private sector want to bring their own animals, select what they want and bring what they want, and improve the genetics of their animals. That is what I think.
Yeah.
You have people who want to go the other way, and you have different kind of people. I'm trying to make it happen for farmers who want to bring animals to this country on their own and spend their money and bring what they want.
Okay. Sounds good.
Right.
All right. So what's next for the association outside of the things you talked about with the importation of animals and working with the JDDB and all that? What other initiatives are coming down the pipeline?
Um, as we go along, we work in a team and we have, things always coming up and evolving. I can't talk about everything like that right now, but we always have new things coming on stream. We don't have a lot of membership at the executive, which is something that we need more of.
Hmm.
So we are strained with not enough people participating, and it is very difficult. Um, for example, the rabbit group, I went out of my way because the rabbit group always coming to me and telling me not this, not that, and they're always complaining.
Hmm.
I went out of my way and I pushed them out there and I tried to get a lot of exposure for them and I tried to do a lot of things. I have created some rabbit groups, and I've also put rabbit meat now on the map where there is ways. If you call me and tell me you have rabbit to sell,
Yeah.
you can get rabbit meat to buy. You know what has happened now? It's hard to get now because people are buying it so much, it becomes scarce now. Just like how you see the goat become scarce, rabbit meat is now scarce, which is a good thing because now more and more people are going to go in it, and it will evolve, and I'm hoping. But you know something? I invited the rabbit farmers because I wanted a big display of rabbit group to be here because I wanted people to see what is happening and expose it. But the rabbit farmer didn't see it and they didn't come. So the education the education is so important. It is There is a lot of guys out there still in this day and age who don't really understand the foundation of what is happening. And for me personally, the young people, my drive is to get more young people involved, train their minds, train their way of thinking, and make more people become involved. Young people. I'm talking about people who don't have anything going for them. People who, don't have no way out in life. These kind of people. A lot of them, and some of them I can't really help them. But little by little, I see myself helping some people along the way, and little by little, these little small guys, a lot of them growing and take them time doing something. And that make me feel good about what's happening.
Okay. All right, sir. Thank you.
All right,
And
good.
we'll talk again. We're here all weekend, so we'll talk.
All right, good. This is my water. All right, thanks here.
Yeah, man.